So my favorite topic in this class is about inflation, and this topic got me interested and made me want to research more about it. And before this class, all I knew about inflation was that it was the rise of the overall price level of each year. And I knew it was bad, but after this class, after the lesson, I have had more knowledge about it. And some causes that I know now are an example is demand factor, which is when the demand goods are higher than the supply goods. Another one is national debt, and this is when the government needs to find ways to cover for their debt and pay off their debt. So they do this by taking it from our salaries, increasing the salary taxes, and this is bad for companies and consumers because companies have to pay off these taxes, therefore they increase their product prices. And for us consumers, since we receive less income, the prices are way too high for us to pay for. A way to measure inflation is an index called CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, and this measures an average change in the prices paid by consumers for a market basket of goods and services. The equation for this index is the cost of the current period divided by the cost of the base or the normal period times 100, which would give you the percent. Knowing this is the main way to find the inflation rates, there are multiple drawbacks to this CPI. And some are the fact that they don't track the medical costs. Some others are the fact that they don't cover new products and product quality. This means that when they are trying to find the inflation rate through the CPI, they don't take these into consideration, and therefore this causes overestimating or underestimating for the inflation rates. A common way to reduce inflation rates is through a policy called monetary policy, and this is the increase of interest rates for the Federal Reserves, which causes the banks to increase their interest rates as well. And this is bad for consumers because we tend to borrow less money due to the high interest rates, which means we spend less money. And something similar to this is something called reserve requirements, which is the legal amount of money a bank can hold or carry for covering withdrawals from consumers, which means that the less money a bank has to lend means that we borrow less because of that, which means that since we borrow less, we spend less. A final fact of inflation that I have found is our current inflation rate, which is 1.5% since October, and through the span of 10 years, since 2006, it has been 2.5, and it has been changing through time, with the highest rate being 4.1%, which was in 2007. And basically, these are the facts and the knowledge I have from inflation due to this class and due to me researching more about inflation.